tree is cut down and it falls, it's louder than what y'all were just saying. Maybe you have learned to cohabitate with your issue. Maybe you have learned how to live with it and tell it that it's okay, we can make it. You know, the best thing, the thing that we do as parents, the thing that our children learn is it's okay, it's okay. He fall down, it's okay, you're okay. Well, guess what? I finally said I am not okay. But I made up in my mind, you're going down and I am yelling timber! Anybody sick and tired of your issue and you say, today I am yelling? Just one more time, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm yelling. Well, y'all act like y'all ready to yell, no! I'm ready to watch that thing fall, baby. Anybody ready to watch it fall? Anybody ready to watch that thing jump up to you? See, I am aware that it has finally paralyzed me to the point that I can't get nobody else to move because I ain't moving. I thought they wasn't moving because something was wrong with them. But it was my eyes that was seeing from a paralyzed state, which meant that I couldn't move and everything around me was following in my direction. Oh, my. Just one more time, yell, timber! See, we've heard, you made me hurt you. You made me slack you. Look what you made, oh God. Look what you made me do. Look how you made me act. Look how you made me hurt you. And so what we have done, and I'm only, not that I got to be up here, but I want to see everybody. So what we've done is we have literally learned how to try to make what hurt us love us more. So what we do is we reject the one that's getting hurt, but we embrace the one that's hurting. What does that mean? That means the person that's saying, you made me hurt you, you made me hate you, you made me go off on you, we're trying to embrace them to get them to accept us, when in reality we're leaving out the most important part of this thing. So I learned how to hurt, and I learned how to reject me because I'm letting me let him do it or let her do it. Did y'all hear that? We learn to embrace the pain and reject the one that's receiving the pain, which means I cause me to feel this way because I think it's my fault. Because they told me, you made me touch you that way. You made me call you in the room. This is your fault. See, I'm going to deal with some things you may not want to hear. But guess what? We got to talk about it.
Come on. Yeah.
An accuser or one that is an abuser says, if you tell anybody, I'll kill your family.
Come on.
Now, they're violating you, but they are putting blame on you in case something happens to them.
Right.
It's going to be your fault if something happened to me.
Come on.
Now, something's being done to me, and I'm going to talk this straight thing here. Because, see, sometimes we literally think the issue is something that we made happen. I caused my pain.
Come on.
Because I have literally agreed with the fact that pain feels good, even though it doesn't really feel good. It feels good because it keeps me from being alone.
Right.
As long as I'm not alone, I can accept it. But the moment I realized that I was embracing the one giving the pain,
Come on.
I had a young lady tell me one time, she said, I love my daddy. We had no issues. We had no problem. I said, great. I said, how about your mom? Oh my God, I can't believe I watched her go through that with my dad. And then I said, well, how's your love life? She said, I can't get him to stay. I said, because you learn how to embrace the one giving the pain.
Right.
And reject the one receiving it.
Wow.
We normally tend to judge the person that needs our acceptance.
Come on.
I judge me, when in reality I should be accepting me. I judge me and I hold me to a charge because I should have done better. I should have known, even though I was vulnerable, I should have known how to get out of that. So what happens? You know what I did about 2 years ago? I did a Dear Brenda letter. Dear me. Dear me. I remember that. Dear John, by the time you read this letter, I'll be gone. Remember that? I had to write a Dear Me letter to say, Brenda, I forgive you for letting us go. I thought you were trying to sabotage me.
Come on.
I thought you were the reason why I was experiencing this pain. I thought you were the reason why I couldn't move and I was paralyzed, not even knowing that something happened in my life that caused me in a vulnerable state, normally doing the birthing and in around the 5-year-old status. That's usually what happens. Something happens to us that shapes our ability to see who we really are, which means when I look in the mirror, because of what I've seen, I have been shapen in iniquity, which means I didn't do it, but it's shaping all around me. So when I look in the mirror, that is all I see. I can't see who I am rather than what has been done to me. And so what I do is, somebody say, you're anointed. Somebody say, He's gonna use you. Somebody say, girl, you're gonna do big things. But I can't see nothing but what I feel. I feel, therefore I am. Which means we have to make sure that we are not, he said this to me, you are not your performance. Say that. I am not my performance. Come on, I am not my performance. What does that do? That literally, to some of us, will take our ability to exist. Because we think if we perform for others, that's who we are. Which means I am doing to be, rather than doing out of my being. I don't have to try. I am a human being. I be. As a human being, when we try to muster up things, we normally end up failing. Why? Because in my DNA was lodged everything that's needed for me to complete the task that was given to me. But what about this thing that I'm carrying around called an issue? What about the divorce? What about the fact that I don't feel like I'm worth anything? I was in a therapy session one day. Y'all, please, I love you. I love you. Daddy, I love you. Okay, hold a second. I was in a therapy session one day, and can I be me?
Yes.
Okay, because that's not my me. I don't know why you want to. I was in therapy. I really didn't go for me, y'all. They tricked me. Okay. I was going through a divorce, and I took my children because I felt like my children needed to stop. I didn't feel like they could tell me, and I'm be honest. So I walked in there and the guy said, I want to see you tomorrow. I was like, I don't have time. You don't understand. You have plan. I can't come. He said, ma'am, please, I just want to talk to you about the kids. So we get in there and he's talking to me and he said, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. He said, who are you? And then I almost went to run down the resume, what everybody told me I was, and he looked at me and he said, not what you're wearing, what you are. He said, did you know you're your best when you're worst looking? Okay. And you know what he told me? And in this, he almost cussed me out and I was ready to fight. He said, I want you to get up. I got an exercise. I want you to get up tomorrow and I want you to go to the grocery store. I don't want you to comb your hair. I don't want you to put on any makeup. I don't want you to get dressed. I want you to put on some tennis shoes and some jeans. I said, jeans? I don't wear jeans, sir. He said, well, tennis shoes. I said, I don't wear tennis shoes. You know what he said to me? Well, you know what I want you to do? I want you to walk out and do totally nothing to you. Tears started falling down my face. I cried so hard, I couldn't catch my balance because somebody just told me to go out and I would be unprepared. He said, what I want you to know, you are your best on your worst looking day. Even if you don't feel like you're worth $1 million, what's here makes you worth it. And from that day, I went and got me some tennis shoes. Because I didn't wear tennis shoes or jeans. I didn't. I was hiding around the corner trying to see if anybody was going to see me. When I got in the store, this man said, you are beautiful. I went, ah! I'm crying, y'all know loud. And he go, oh, Jesus. But he had no clue that my life had just been defined. Because I thought what I was wearing and what I was doing defined who I was. Now, what happens when you have the issue and you are wearing it and you're carrying it and it becomes your every waking moment? I didn't know I was. I didn't even know I was depressed. I woke up one morning and I'm on my way to the radio station to talk to other people, right? Okay? I'm on my way to the radio station. I got a radio show. I'm on my way to talk to them. And all of a sudden I hear, oh, depression has hit the house. Depression hit the White House. I'm like, oh, wow, that's going to be good. Wow, that's going to be good. Depression hit the White House. Depression has hit the church house. And Brenda, depression has parked at your house. Wait a minute. No, I'm singing every Sunday. I'm preaching every week, and I'm depressed. Something's wrong. What is wrong with me? And I literally then had to go and realize that I felt as if I was merely existing, giving life of what I thought to others, but I myself was dying. I was saying, come in, play with all of my toys, because I'm not good enough. Get all the gifts that I have and play with them. See how good I am. Because if you come in this room and I don't have anything for you to play with, you are not going to stay. Because I am not good enough for you to just love me.
Come on.
My God.
And I had to realize that I had wrapped my roots around a rock called rejection. And rejection was causing me to give what someone didn't have the capacity to receive. They didn't even have the capacity to give me back what I gave them. And so, because of my expectations, I ran them off. Because if I give them everything, they're going to stay. And everything was just a little bit too much for them.
Well,
everything was what? It was almost like I was arranging the furniture of my life, saying, they ain't gonna leave me again. I'm gonna make sure that this happens. That never, ever, ever. I'm not gonna be without them, I'm not gonna be alone. And then all of a sudden, everything is in place, and I'm feeling positive, and I'm feeling good. And all of a sudden, rejection knocks on my door and says, hey! You arranged the furniture for me, thank you, I'm on my way in.
all right.
What? You see, we weren't built to self-protect.
Yeah.
Elijah, sitting under a juniper tree, which represents protection. Elijah is sitting there because Elijah is experiencing something that I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was doing everything right, and I'm still coming up empty, and I'm still coming to the place where I have no evidence of this being real. Well, then I'll just hide me, and I'll run. And then he gets here to this place, and he says, I'm depressed, I'm going to sleep. And as the Lord began to answer him through feeding him, when we go to church, we don't realize what that church is. That's that spiritual food saying, get up, the journey is long. Come on, the journey is long. You got to get this because you're going to need this before long. You're going to need this. You're going to need an understanding. Why an issue release party? And I'm almost done. When he said to me, you need to help somebody else release their issue.
All right.
Oh, okay, I can help somebody else. I can do that. But my problem was, Lord, when you show me my issue, return and I embrace the pain that I so don't want to see. I embrace the life that I so don't want to live. But what happens when the anointed meets the broken places of your life? See, we don't realize that he said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has anointed me. And then he begins to talk about the brokenness of life. We think the anointing is just for me to go and lay hands on the sick and for them to recover. But I have some broken places in my life that the anointing of God that's on my life is supposed to meet the brokenness of my life, and my wounds will be mended. My heart that's been broken will be renewed. Why? Not because the pastor called me out, but because I am living under the cloak of the anointing, which means that I have the anointing rising up in me. The anointing has elasticity, and every time it comes upon a situation, it's waiting for an opportunity just to flex its muscle. It's waiting on an opportunity just to fight for us. But what we do is we literally think that there is something else going on. What's crazy is I was sitting 2 weeks ago in the midst of an instrument release party, and tears started rolling down my eyes. Okay, I can't cry now, I'm the host. You can get your life going. I can't cry now. And then I hear, you've agreed to be brokenhearted, Brenda. What do you mean agreed? He said, when life happens, you have to make an agreement. When you make an agreement with it, you allow whatever result you receive to come. At one time, I would say I'm brokenhearted, but every time it looked like that situation, I wouldn't even have to say it. I felt it. I felt like I was reliving that pain because I agreed with the fact that I wasn't good enough unless I was performing. You know what it feels like when you're a performer to sit down and do nothing? I was told, sit down, do nothing. You don't get what you have because of what you do. You get what you have because of what you be. What? Sit down and do nothing. I can't. I'm sorry. Then the doctor said, if you don't sit down, I'm putting you in the hospital. Okay, I sit down. And my children would tell me I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. Why couldn't I sit down before and accept just me? Because somebody told me that just me was not good enough. Did they say you're not good enough? No, they said, hey, change your hair. Hey, change your eyes. Hey, your lips need a different color. Hey, your hips are not right. Hey, the way you just thought about that is not good. Why don't you get a different job? Because the job you have is not keeping us. It's not paying the bills the way it needs to be. Why don't you go get something, get another education, because you can't really provide for the family unless you have all of these things. And instead of embracing all of what I have, I was being rejected all at the same time. And it was okay because as long as someone was present, I was fine. But can I tell you what I was doing? I was dying of thirst. My soul was longing for a better life, for a new life. A life that only Christ could give. It's called an exchange life. He said, Brenda, what's going on? I said, this life you gave me killing me. He said, good, I wanted you dead anyway. Oh, no. But you don't understand. I'm dying. He said, good, die. Why? Because the only true life is in me. When I become your life, then you really show up. Otherwise, you're just existing. When I become the essence of your existence, when in the morning, when you get up, you wash your face as unto me, and you brush your teeth as unto me, and you wash your body just as unto me, and you eat your food. And he said, what? I said, what? And he said, you have to present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. And he said, what that means is, Brenda, I may feed you today. So you brush your teeth so somebody can hear you talking and they don't have to, instead of having to see the blemishes. But hold on, you get dressed because you got to see when somebody sees you, if they up in high status, they won't respect you unless you are literally presentable. So he said, you must do all these things as unto me, but with me helping you. Because I was asking, how do I really present myself? How do I really live? What in the world am I doing? I'm lost here. I was taught all this stuff, and now some of this ain't working for me no more.
Come on. Come on.
And he began to say to me, it is only because you learned the ritual of this life. You did not learn the exchange. The exchange is that my life is nothing except there be a life given unto me.
Yes, Lord. Wow.
Except there be an exchange life. And then he said to me, Brenda, when you do me a favor, give me a piano, something a little more, and I'm done. Because I see things flowing now. Someone is getting, I'm watching you as the energy hits you and you see the problem. I want you to know that your problem is only your problem because you have declared it as your problem. To tell you the truth, your problem is your mission. Whatever your problem is, you were sent here to become the selfless solution to that problem. And then your problem becomes solved. Why? Because when a man finds his mission, he assures that whatever he's had an issue with, he becomes the selfless solution. And he imputes that solution all over the world.
Come on. Come on.
I'm here and I'm looking at this commercial that says, My Pillow. The man gets on and testifies that he couldn't sleep at one time. And so he decided he had a problem. And because he had a problem, he became a selfless solution. Somebody else now sleeps better because of him. When your problem becomes the reason why someone else lives better, then your problem is solved. I'm here to tell you that the issue that you thought was working against you is really what's working for you. And as we know, all things work together. Oh, yeah, come on in. For the good. But what's good? Well, in Genesis, he said, and it is that's me. And this we know, all things are working together for the well, he creates man, looks out upon him, and he says, it is good. So all things are working for me. This issue that I thought was literally causing my life to end is going to be the reason why I have life anyway. I've experienced abandonment. Then I teach others how to literally accept what they feel like they do not have. Did you know that locked in you right now is everything you need to live the God kind of life? If you get nothing else, no more education, no more love, no more acceptance, you are everything He wanted you to be, wrapped up in human flesh, and you can represent God before us. Life tells us that I gotta get so many other things. Why? Because Christ in me is not even hope enough for me. Yes, you were molested. Yes, you were abused. Yes, somebody slapped you. We had to pray for their life because they did slap you. Yes, somebody abandoned you. Yes, somebody rejected me. But my job now is to teach self-acceptance. Why? My problem is my mission. My problem becomes a solution to the world when I'm unselfish enough to understand that it is working. It is working to show forth Was it rejection? Was it doubt? Was it sorrow? Was it shame? Was it guilt? What was it? What has paralyzed you? For the enemy you see now, if you can see it now and identify it and give it a name, you will see it again no more. But are you brave enough? Are you brave enough to look that thing in the mirror and say, I know who you are. I know who's been stealing from me. I know who's been abusing me. I know who's been leaving me. I know who's been rejecting me. Because if the thief be found, you see, if the thief be, which means somebody's got to go searching for the thief. Somebody's got to get brave enough to say, I'm going to go and look for what's been taken, my stuff. Will the thief today be found is my question. Will the thief today be found? Because if he is found, he must repay. Somebody say, you gotta repay, you gotta repay, you gotta repay. Come on, you gotta repay, you gotta repay, you gotta repay. Come on, I don't hear you. You gotta repay, you gotta repay, you gotta repay. I don't hear you. You gotta repay, you gotta repay, you gotta repay. But not only does he have to just give that back to me, he's got to give it to me sevenfold. Which means you got to give me the whole quantity this time, and you got to give me the whole quantity a second time, and you got to give me the whole quantity a third time, and you got to give me the whole quantity a fourth time, and you got to give me the whole quantity a fifth time. You got to give me the whole quantity a sixth time. Even if you lose all of what you have, you got to give me what's mine. So as I am coming to the point of action, I prepared for you your way to identify your belief. If anything has been said for you to identify your thief, and you're able to give it a name, because if he be found, but who's going looking, and who's going searching, looking for what's mine? I'm going looking to see. And all I want you to do is, if you're brave enough, see, I do understand that there are some that say, I just need a little more time. Because you don't know what I'm living with. I just need a little bit more time because you don't know what I'm facing every day of my life. Do you know when we leave this place, the circumstance you live in may not change in that moment, but if you change, The circumstance has no choice. How do you affect a community? By affecting the minds of those who live in the community. How does change come? When you change the mindset of the citizens. So that's what I came to do. Only if you're ready. Only if you're ready. Only if you want to live better. Only if you want to live freer. I want you to come and I want you to get one of these pieces of paper. I want you to write down what you've heard and what you've seen. Because when you find it loses its power. For the enemy you see today, no more will you see it, no more will you hear it. Anybody? I'm going to sit this here in a moment. And wind it. Come on. Come on. Let's quickly move. Come on. Come on. I know you saw it. I know you. We're almost done. I'm sure it's going to get those stuff. I sure wish you would move. Because I see the pain you feel. And I know where you live. Yeah. Are you searching? Are you searching? Come on, quickly. Need you to hurry, write it for me, write it for me, write it for me, write it. Come on, rejection, pain, embarrassment, guilt, shame, divorce, hindrances, losses, death. Because if the thief be found,
come on, lift your hands. Come on, lift your hands.
If the thief be found,
come on, lift your hands.
If the thief be found,
make your hands and cannons. Make your hands and cannons. Make your hands and cannons. Get your hands up, get your hands up.
Yeah, there it is. Come on. I see you, I see you. The thief be found. And now everything quiet. You can continue to play, but very quiet, very soft movement. Now transfer.
Yes.
What is getting ready to happen is as you begin to write, you are going to literally transfer. He says it gives us beauty for ashes. That means a transfer can take place. As you are writing, literally see what's had you leaving your dwelling place. See yourself doing, feeling, looking better. As you are writing, and we're moving, we're shifting, we're almost done. Someone needs pens, they need 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 pens. Come on, we're almost there.
Transition. I'm going here into another.
Come on. As you're writing, because it's not about if I see it. Tell me, what do you see? Because my friend, what you see, you will be.
Come on.
Tell me, what do you see? And how long have you seen it? And how long have you lived it? Tell me. Is it fear? Is it rejection? Is it depression? began to bring them. The only thing I can say is, it reaches to the highest mountain. See, something happens when we apply the blood to it. Just put it in there. It reaches. Stay in the flow, don't take me too far. To the highest mountain. It reaches. Let's see, release that issue. To the highest mountain. It reaches. To the are we done now? Cause it reaches to the highest mountain. Oh, I never break right down and blows. Once a transfer has been made, then I'm done. Oh, it reaches. Wait. See, before I'm done, once the blood is applied, the anointing destroys the yoke. There is no way you can put that back together again.